Hello everyone, welcome back to Floyd's Fantastic Cars for another review. Wheeldell Lee is a car that I got a few months back and have been waiting to review, but just didn't get to due to all the new releases. He's probably one of my favorite 1950s heyday style releases. He isn't a racer. He is the WRSN camera car, I guess you would call it, from the 1950s. And yeah, he is really cool. You can see him in the movie, in the fan stands, recording the race. And he appears in the same flashback scene where Smokey is talking about when Doc kind of like pulled the trick on Leroy Hemming. That was the race that Wheeldell Lee appeared in. I don't know if he appeared in the race where Doc crashes. His model resembles Smokey, especially with the fenders and the front of the car, although Wheeldell Lee does have a different grille, which I find interesting. He looks a lot like just a regular pickup truck with a camping shell, although I do believe he is supposed to be a panel van, since there isn't a separation between like the roof and the shell on top. So pretty sure he's supposed to be a panel van, although the fenders do look really similar to Smokey. I believe they have the same tires as well. On the back of the package, you have some other Cars 3 releases. No one really cares about that, though. But something I do find interesting is that he isn't actually a new release. He was released back in, I believe, 2019 or 2020. Probably along with Slim Hood. Also, their colors are very similar. But probably alongside Slim Hood or someone in, once again, I believe 2020. But he was pretty rare back then, so I didn't get the chance to get him. But luckily, Mattel released him in, or they re-released him in, I believe, 2024. So without any further ado, let's just get him out of the package. He actually came out of there quite easily, and he's actually really heavy. Wow. This whole part is metal. I was kind of expecting that to be plastic for the most part, because, I mean, Smokey, the back of him is plastic and only, like, the front of him is metal. So I thought that this piece here, or maybe the part on top, would be plastic, but no, that's all metal. He's basically just Smokey in a light blue with a different grille, and of course, the roof is different. On his side, it says WRSN TV, Racing Sports Network, Channel 12. I do appreciate the retro RSN logo. We've never really seen that before. I'm pretty sure it probably only appears on Wheeldell Lee and maybe a few other cars from the 50s. There are other cars in that scene that look pretty much identical to Wheeldell Lee, but they are supposed to be different camera reporters. He has a pretty nice expression. The grill looks a lot like a mustache, which I find nice. Another thing that's different about these two is that Smokey has this on top. I don't exactly know what to call that. at the moment, but Wheeldell Lee does not. The headlights are also quite different. Same with the bumper. Wheeldell does have some... He does have headlights, which Smokey does not. Pretty interesting. This side is pretty much the same. Also, I did not read what his door said, but pretty sure that reads Mobile Live Unit, which makes sense. There isn't anything on the back of him, and also, this window is metal, too. So that's actually really interesting, and that also explains why he's such a heavy die-cast. Most maters are lighter than this. I was not expecting that. And the license plate, I believe, reads 148. Oh, wait, N48-56M. And Smokey's does not say that, so that's good. And the back of the cars are totally different. And actually, his axles extend, like, farther out than the fender. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. He isn't really the same model as Smokey, but the fenders do look really close to that. Anyway, I think it's good to end the video off here. Let me bring in a few other 1950s cars. Of course, you have Doc, and also on the same kind of like non-racer, like non-racing 1950s cars, you also have Double Clutch Daily. And let's bring in a few racers too. And yeah, overall, Wheeldell Lee is a really nice die-cast, who I was actually not expecting him to be that heavy, and his model is actually very different from Smokey, as we just saw. If you want to see more of my cars reviews, I have many more on my channel, then hit the subscribe button, and also like the video, and hit the thumbs up icon, and I will see you in the next review. Goodbye.